You guys believe in aliens?
Yes.
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 100%. That's another hot topic on that show.
I would literally make a podcast just about conspiracies.
Oh, you
Oh,
could have endless
man.
people, endless conversations.
Yep.
Because you can pull off anyone from the street that's some bimbo, and you're going to be like, hey, do you believe in aliens?
Oh,
and they're
yeah.
going to be like, actually, I
It'll
have like
be a
this
hit.
bookcase in my house about like,
Yeah.
and you're like, whoa, okay, all right,
Yeah.
let's talk about
It'll
it.
be a whole hit.
Dude, I swear to God, I saw a UFO.
Oh, I need to hear this.
I
Yeah.
swear to God, I was going to work. It's like 5:30 in the morning.
Still
This
dark
is
out?
on. Yeah, it's in the summer, so it wasn't bad, but yeah, it's still a little bit. So I'm turning down Chili Ave off of Union, and up towards the right over a housing track. I'm looking, and I'm tired, so I'm still a little hazy.
Were you drinking the night before?
I was not. It was a
Okay.
Were you
weekday.
high the night before?
No, I was not. But I swear to God, I look up and there's this thing, and I know there's an airport right there, so I see planes all the time
Do you?
landing, and they're low. This thing was not moving; it was hovering. It was
Do you know what a plane looks
right.
like?
Yeah, dude.
Okay. All right.
This was the
It's
weirdest
like a canister
thing,
with wings.
but I couldn't keep looking at it because I had to drive. So I kept trying to it was right above trees, above a housing track. I keep looking back, and I couldn't see it again. But I swear to God, I saw it for a good 10 seconds, just hovering, just like this,
Was it like
dark,
circular?
circular.
triangle?
bunch of lights or too light to know?
Yeah, I couldn't really tell the light part, but it was a circular, just hovering. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? But by the time I looked back, it was gone. Or it was there, I just couldn't see it over the trees. But I'm telling you, it was fucking weird. Never seen anything like it before or again.
I'm not
But-
gonna lie. I love looking up all this stuff. Like I've done so much research. You ever hear
Really?
of Bob Lazar?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
ever watch his
Oh,
story?
yeah. Crazy.
I heard.
Crazy
I
as
just
shit.
heard him on Rogan.
Yeah.
He was
Yep.
where I heard him.
Dude, it's a lot of people think he's crazy and everything, but there's so many things that match up with his story to everyone else's other stories
Yeah,
that
man.
have also had encounters.
Yeah.
And it's insane, man. It's
Yeah.
really next
And that
level.
dude's had
I
the same
believe it.
story for like
He's never
40
changed it
years.
once. Not once.
Yeah,
No.
and you'd
No reason
always
to lie.
find.
and
if
they
someone
found
was
evidence
lying.
of them trying to hide it,
Yeah.
trying to erase him
Erase his
from
names
the
from his
yeah.
schools and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
That's great. Why else would you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on to
That
I
was
like his
weird.
story because his details are always on point every single time he talks about it, but then also his story's not like, oh, I saw these aliens, a little green man, they were running around. Like, it's not like the same narrative all the time that
Right.
you hear these fake stories. It's like, dude, I mean, I worked here, believe me or not, it doesn't matter. I have no reason to lie, but I
Right.
worked in this location, and this is what I saw, and I have no reason to lie. Like,
Yeah.
why would I lie for
Yeah.
40 years?
And what he
Right.
doesn't, it's not like he's gotten anything out of it.
Nothing, no money, no. He
Not
doesn't
only
even
that, he's
want
been
the publicity.
harassed.
Exactly.
Harassed.
Yeah,
He doesn't even want to talk about it because he knows that people will show up to his house and
Yeah.
right.
How many times has the FBI raided his house? I mean, why would someone want that?
Yeah, it's more of a threat to him than anything.
That shit's kind of crazy though. If what he's saying is true, like they have that whole nother element.
Element 115.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Ben's.
He said he has some of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
FBI
why they came
tried
to
to-
his house.
That's
yeah,
why they
they're
went
like,
to his
yep,
house.
Wow.
tried
They
to find
raid
it. But he says it because he's the guy that was trying to figure out how it was moving.
Right.
The
Because
propulsion.
propulsion system, there
Yeah.
was no
He tries
sound.
to reverse
There's
engineer
no
it.
motor on it, nothing like that.
Right.
And he said he found this and it like bends gravity or something like that. He said it's something
Jesus.
So, like, imagine you have a mattress, and then you put, like, a bowling ball on the other side, and it just, like, rolls forward and bends the mattress in front of it. It's kind of like what he said.
Wow.
It, like,
Yeah.
bends time and
like
space.
no noise.
So
and
you
they,
can go from, like, here to, like, 20 miles away in a snap of your finger.
Wow.
Any,
because there's no barrier.
direction.
Right.
Yeah, it's scary, man. If that, I mean,
You want to take it a
level
step
stuff.
further? You ever hear of hollow earth theory?
No. What is that?
Dude, this is gonna get crazy real fast.
I
No
like
one's gonna
that.
listen to this podcast because they think I'm on shrooms or something.
That's all right.
Yeah.
maybe that's why they'll listen.
There's a hollow earth theory that our earth is basically like hollow to some degree, and there's like tunnels and cave systems, and there's actually like another world inside of our planet. And at the poles, there's entrances into this place, and there's a lot of stuff out there that has actually backed this theory up. Look up what the freak is his name? In World War II, there was a fighter pilot, not a fighter pilot. He was like the commander of some team. He was a pilot as well, not a fighter pilot though, I don't think. And they were doing an excursion in the Antarctic, and he recorded all these stuffs in his journey about another world that he found, where he traveled so far down that all of a sudden all the ice and everything turned into like grasslands and everything. Dude, it's next level. And there's
what is this called?
Hollow Earth
Hollow
Theory.
Earth Theory. So I don't forget it. I would definitely.
You might even be able to look it up on Google right now, Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie, can you get that?
Pull that up on the screen,
Yeah,
please.
can you get the TV? TV's not on, man.
I don't know what the hell his name is. This General something, I think, was the guy. And they brought, after he was done with his little mission there, he encountered it a couple times. After his little mission, he came back, and the CIA and FBI and stuff told him to be quiet about everything that he found and everything. And then I think he died not too long after that out of coincidence.
Yeah. Mysterious circumstances.
But he's not the only one that has talked about that as well. Back in World War II, Nazi Germany actually went there as well because they were trying to experiment with all that type of stuff. They had like underground bases and bunkers there.
I was going to say,
that.
they think they have like
there
underground bunkers there.
Really?
Yeah, where they were all going to hide or something like that.
Yep. Yeah.
But a lot of people think that aliens come from the oceans.
Yeah.
Like that's
It's
where
insane. So like there's another UFO story too. Commander David
Yep.
Someone's out on the bikes,
David
not
David
us.
Fravor was on Joe Rogan's podcast there, and he talks about how there was stuff going on near the water. It's the Tic Tac shaped one.
Tic Tac. Yep.
But we don't have any idea really about our oceans. We know about very minuscule amounts of what goes on.
Yeah, man.
So imagine what we think our inner Earth is. We think we have like theories and everything, but man, it's pretty wild.
Do they say that we know more about space than we do about the ocean?
Yeah.
That's
think so.
crazy.
That is crazy.
Like about our atmosphere and everything.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
If you think about it, because I mean, the water, it's everywhere.
We're
surrounded.
much of
you know
it.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
we don't know how deep it
we have
goes
all this
or
technology and stuff like that,
how
but we
far.
still don't. I mean,
I feel like Earth is we're just a petri dish.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, I believe it. Absolutely.
They think we came from a single cell, like a single cell organism.
Right.
And that's what you just adapt. Or
There's a lot.
That's
man.
crazy.
Yeah.
If you think about it, I mean, again, we do kind of sound like we're on shrooms right now, but we're not.
No.
Dude, there's like other theories out there as well that like humans and everything that's on Earth is just test experiment.
Yeah,
And,
like
the
we're in
aliens
a.
are basically monitoring.
Honestly,
what
that
we're
wouldn't
doing.
surprise me at all.
Why is it far fetched? I don't really understand why people think that aliens.
can't remember
and
what they
everything
call
don't
it.
exist.
That's what I was telling my mom the other day.
Simulation theory.
Oh, yeah, that's
Like
even
we're a
better.
simulation.
Yeah.
I think we were having a conversation. I think my mom doesn't believe in all that.
No, it's off. We gotta bring in Elon Musk. Talk
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
simulation theory.
Yeah.
But I was telling her, I was like, I feel like you're kind of naive or whatever to think that we're just so great that we're the only things out of all the planets and all
It's
that.
egocentric.
Yeah, exactly. Like, how? What makes you think that there is nothing else living out there?
Yeah, like at this point in my life, I think it's crazier to think that there's not.
Yeah.
How do you
exactly.
not like?
I feel like one day they're just going to be like, all right, enough of them. Like, let's start over. They're acting like fools.
People think it stops like with our solar system, like
Right.
with our 7-8 planets that we don't.
Did
Who the fuck says that?
Right.
You know.
Did you see that in that new COVID bill that they passed? That they had the government had 180 days to reveal everything they know about aliens and
Yeah.
all this stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of why the
What?
Coming
CIA
up soon,
sent
actually.
Yeah.
It's 180 days from December, was it 28th or something?
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
Wait, so who the
So, like, when the government passes a bill, it's like a massive book.
right?
And it's not just one thing that's in there. It's not just about COVID. It's
Right.
About, they throw in a whole bunch of other
Yeah.
They
stuff.
throw
mash
shit because if the main objective is going to be passed, if they want to pass it, then people can throw some shit.
Right.
In there, like,
Sneak
here,
it in
yeah,
there.
Like, sneak this
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, in there, there's a thing that says we're going to release all the information that we have about like aliens and extraterrestrials, all that type of stuff within
Wow.
180
Yeah.
days.
CIA, right?
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was back in December, and now we're approaching that date. I think it's in May.
Yeah. And they've already come out and said,
Dude, this was during COVID. This was over the summer. The government released, the Pentagon released. We know that aliens are real. UFOs really exist.
Right.
we
But-
have, yeah.
Like we have evidence, but like people, because of COVID, it just got brushed over and no
Yeah.
one talks about
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I'm like, are you
Yeah.
kidding me? Like,
It's almost
It's
kind
always
of
one
why
thing
I
after another.
think they did that. Let's
Wow.
all right, let's throw it in there now.
So
Maybe
when the
people won't-
deadline
Dude.
comes, what do you think's going to happen to sidetrack it this time?
I don't know.
I don't know. Who knows if they'll? I mean, it's CIA. Who knows if they really have to release it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
or they might just release some shit, and who knows
Yeah.
what they still have? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, you can't trust the CIA to really give two shits about what a bill says.
Yeah.
You
They'll
know?
give a little teaser.
Who knows? Who knows though?
Probably just tell us, yes, aliens exist.
Right.
That's all we got.
Yeah. Right.
But I wonder, I don't know. I wonder what that would do, like, if we're ready for that.
That's why I believe that's why we haven't actually been able to
Let it out.
let it out, is because can you imagine if they came out and said, all right, American people and the world, we actually know that 3 different alien races exist, and they've been in contact with us for a couple
Yeah.
thousand years now. And there's 3 different types of alien species, and one of them's reptilians, one of them is this, one of them is this. And
Yeah.
they're not hostile, but they're in a war with each other, and we're just kind of like, what would the American
Yeah.
people say? Or
By
what
the
would
way,
the world say?
their technology is way more advanced
And
than
they
us.
can blow us
I've
up at any
never,
time.
Yeah.
never thought
Snap
about
your
it like
fingers.
that. Like that was kind of crazy that you just how you
That's-
just said
it's all
that.
from
No,
your
but it's
grandson.
crazy
I've
though.
heard
Like
of people saying this. Like, there's different
it's
types
totally
of alien
possible though that
species.
could be it.
Like, one of them is
We have wars in our planet.
yeah.
So
yeah.
what's going on?
Just
out
if they come out with a definite, no matter what that is, because everybody's got their own thoughts, their own, you know, of what an alien is,
Yeah.
where they are, all that. But if they come out with definite, there's 3 species. There's that just is gonna blow up. Like,
Oh,
holy
yeah.
shit, this is
Technically-
real.
I mean, technically, aliens are bacteria that you found on another planet outside our solar system.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
right.
So,
Right.
I mean, if you think about it like that, but I mean, there's so much theory out there, and you can really deep dive in stuff that's on YouTube. And they say there's different species of aliens. They say that reptilians are one of them, and it's like, dude, it's huge in Hollywood, man. If you ever do research, like, Hollywood is wild, and they claim that like certain actors are like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying I believe any of that, but man, you can really,
But who
you can
knows?
really get into as much
You don't
theory
know,
as you want.
Yeah, you don't know what the limit
So
is or
basically,
how
Men
deep
in
it
Black
goes.
might be a biography.
Could be.
I've always thought that things that they put in Hollywood is almost clues to
Based.
things.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, think of like The Matrix, for example. Oh my God,
That's another thing.
That
People
movie
think we're in the
metaphorically
Matrix,
is
like
unbelievable.
that. Yeah,
But then I think of
Might be
different
soon.
alien movies,
If we're not.
different signs, different clues, which I think really hint at
Yeah.
things. Whether I don't know whether people want to believe it or not.
I mean, it happens all the time. You know, all the stuff, all the futuristic stuff that they knew or that they put in the movies and stuff in the past, all came to life. So someone gets those ideas from somewhere. You know, like I feel.
I wouldn't be shocked by anything at this point, man.
I just think we
Had some
can't be
crazy shit
ignorant.
happen.
Why-
No.
Exactly.
Like why
Yeah.
is as a society and as humans in the world, we just need to be open. Why are
Yeah.
we so closed minded?
Right.
Why are these things impossible?
Yeah.
Why?
Nothing is. It's one
The
thing you
alien
learn.
thing. I mean,
Nothing's
I don't know
impossible.
how you don't think that there's. I don't know. I mean, everybody's got their own thoughts, and
There's so much
Experiences,
out there.
but
it's just
come on.
We're
I mean-
the only thing. We're it. No way.
there's no way. This
No
is just
shot.
the odds are so far against that I don't know.
I think a lot of the stuff that we see though, UFOs and stuff as well, I think it's actually us. There's another theory
I
for
wouldn't.
you,
I wouldn't.
where we actually have a lot more advanced technology than we think.
Right.
I wouldn't
right.
doubt that one bit.
So like
yeah.
you see things flying around, whatever, and it's just some crazy advanced fighter.
Absolutely.
But like,
Yeah.
like, oh my God, look at that triangular shaped thing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
you ever?
yeah.
I was just listening to this on Joe Rogan's thing. There was a fighter pilot that was on there, and they were talking about the stealth bombers, those massive black
Yep.
triangle. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I mean, if you've never seen one of those before, that
Yeah.
thing looks like it comes from another planet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I
The
mean,
B-1 bombers or whatever they
Imagine
are.
seeing that thing kind of like 5:30 in the morning, where it's kind of dark, kind of not, and you just see this massive black triangle
Yeah.
with 3 lights
Right.
out
You're
of
like,
them going
what
through the
the-
sky, and you don't know that there's an Air Force base
Right.
this close to
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we do have the
I think there's a lot
National
of false
Guard
sightings.
right out there too. Yeah. absolutely there's shit out there that we don't know about and we shouldn't know about. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
that's the whole point
Yeah.
of it being stealth, of it, you know.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's just a lot of that stuff is probably what we think it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of that shit is just too... The way they move, like when you see some of the videos, and people can doctor videos, but the way these things move, it's impossible. Like, we don't have that yet.
Especially like the military surveillance videos that you see.
Right.
Like on,
yeah.
How can you?
Yeah. Like the commander you were saying.
Yeah, and they
ain't
talk
lying.
about it. Yeah, right. And they talk about it too. Like, hey, we've been seeing these things for weeks, and we don't really know what the hell they are.
Yeah.
Like, what are you saying?
Right.
I'm in the military, and you don't know what's out there, and you're
Yeah.
saying that like it's some,
They're the ones you would think.
What do you, wow, like okay, like what am I gonna see out there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
What the hell's going on?
That's part of the reason I actually wanted to be a fighter pilot when I was in high school. I wanted to be a pilot because
See
That
some
would've been
shit.
sick.
That's the people who see it all.
Why not? Like that?
Yeah.
Cool.
That would be sick.
They had the one sighting where it was like sitting over the Pentagon or something like that for a while.
Really?
I think it was the Pentagon, and it disabled
The power?
their like missiles.
Defense? Oh,
That's an
jeez.
act of war.
That's
Yeah.
what Commander Fravor was saying when they were jamming their radar. It's
Yeah,
an act of war.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's an act of like
Your defense.
somebody
is
else
down.
does that.
Yeah, you take your. Their
Yeah,
If
defense.
you were in
yeah.
Afghanistan and you were in a fighter pilot, and all of a sudden your radar's getting jammed, you're
Yeah.
doing something about it,
Yeah,
But that's
yeah.
the scary part.
right?
They can just take our shit down. Like
Yeah.
we're just gonna be sitting here like
sitting
"Ah."
ducks. Yeah, you're,
like I love talking more theory, and like more theory is that like the Illuminati, and that there's like this secret higher up people that are actually in control of everything. Let's say that they actually know about all this, and we have a quote unquote peace treaty with like these dude. If they're that much more advanced than us, they could do anything.
yeah, it doesn't. What does
It
that
doesn't
mean
matter.
to them? Yeah,
It's their world. I
Right.
mean, it's their like we're so far behind them in
Right.
terms of
Like, you think that this world is actually ours?
right,
Right, yeah,
exactly,
it's
like-
exactly. Oh yeah,
they maybe they let us. Maybe we're
they're
renting
letting
it
us,
and we don't
think
even know it.
We control it.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
run
Like,
it and-
Maybe I don't know. Somebody down the line, like freaking King Tut or something, made a rental agreement.
I love
Right.
that. The history of when you see these hieroglyphic
Yeah.
pictures on walls.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
you know what? Here, you can rent out
could
Earth
you
for the next fucking 10,000 years, but after that, rent's due.
could you
know
imagine?
what I'm saying? Like we
and-
got to re up here.
like they could have been they could have been talking to them.
Dude,
you know?
that
There's so
certainly
much
seems
history
like
we
something
don't
was
know.
going
You
on.
need to go on YouTube and look up stuff about Egypt and the pyramids
Yeah.
in relation to aliens.
Yeah.
They found that the pyramids are actually a big vibrational tool that sets off a certain frequency when you fill it with water.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, because back in those days, I believe, I'm no historian, but I believe it wasn't like a crazy dry desert like it is today, because
Right.
geography changes. And when it's filled with water, it actually puts off a frequency, and it like moves up and down. Yeah, and it like shoots up frequency.
Wow.
It's insane. And it goes way even further than that. If you look at the again, I'm no historian, I'll probably
Right.
get this wrong, but like there's numbers about the pyramid that are so accurate that has to do with our universe. That's like, how do they even know?
Yeah.
So like they use the cubit or whatever it is, which is the same number, I believe, where if you take their cubit measurement and put it all the way around the Earth and make a straight line all the way around the Earth, it's like the same number as like gravity or something like that.
Really?
If you take a line and draw it across the Earth like a star and do a whole bunch of lines across the pyramid around the Earth, it's actually the center of our Earth, the pyramid. It's at the exact center. There's crazy things
That
that you
is
need to look up. It's like a
nuts.
4-minute video. You can watch it. It's really
Right.
awesome. But how do they... Dude, this was thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Before
Right,
anything.
it's-
Nothing.
They say it's the most accurate, precise building on Earth still to this day.
Yeah.
To this day.
How?
Yeah.
In-
How the hell did that happen
With
back
our
then?
technology
yeah.
that we have now, you're telling me that like
We
the
can't do
Empire State
better?
Building or something is not more precise than
Right.
the pyramid?
Right.
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 Are you serious?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I like I was telling him, I went to Rome, and they go through how they built the Colosseum and stuff like that. I mean, totally different, but still, how do they do that shit? I mean, that's way different story. It's just building in general. I think there's a lot more to the pyramids, but I mean, we're talking like, I don't know, 15 by 15 blocks of marble that these guys are cutting perfect and building walls. It's marble. It's not concrete,
Yeah. Yeah.
Marble, those things got to weigh
Yeah.
1,000
Well, I was
tons.
just about to say, not only the precision that they did it with, how the hell did they just do it physically?
Yeah.
How? What did they?
I don't know. I think they have done research to figure out how it's done or whatever. But I mean, this is all theory. It's all research. Like,
Right.
we think it was done this way.
Yes.
We think it was done that way. But
How do
I
you
think
know?
there's a lot of things in this world that are just unexplainable with
Yeah.
science.
Yeah.
Like, we can only theorize so much about what happened 3,000 years ago.
Right.
Ex-
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's no
yeah, you gotta.
documents.
Yeah.
If there's DNA and everything, and you're trying to figure out who someone is, and you
Right.
cool, whatever. But I don't know. I mean, why can't things be unexplainable?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these
They
people are
sure are.
smart that are, these archaeologists, all that stuff, that are coming up with these theories.
Yeah.
But that's all
They're
they
smart,
are. They're just theories.
but they're theories.
Yeah.
Again, like, we don't know
We take a look
for
at the
sure.
human body. We're still finding out stuff every year.
Yeah.
About,
Oh, yeah.
Things that we thought were right. I mean,
Always.
50 years ago, we thought that smoking was okay for us. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, and that's why it's called a
That's for
practice.
sure. Yeah.
You're at my practice, it's
Right.
practice. There's
Right.
nothing's a for sure thing,
Yeah. Yep.
Regular any surgery has a risk.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Makes you think, though, if let's talk more theory. If aliens really helped build these things or whatever, then how come they haven't helped us build anything recently?
Maybe
Like,
we're not
you know.
worthy.
or have they?
Or have they?
Yeah, right.
Elon
Exactly.
Musk, man, I'm telling you, he's
Yeah.
a weird dude, man.
how the
He's-
hell's he got these?
That
I'm
guy.
speaking of that. I'm seeing Teslas everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. There was
Oh,
one
yeah.
at the other day. I was like,
Everywhere.
Was there?
that? Yeah.
Who's driving a Tesla?
I don't know.
I don't know.
There's one in Hamlin too. I'm like, your car is nicer than your house.
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
Guess everyone
Jesus.
values different things.
Yeah, that's for sure. I don't care. I got my truck and my motorcycle now.
Yeah,
That's
you
all
get
I
your
care.
vroom vroom. Vroom.
Yeah,
Love
there's some
it.
crazy theory out there.
Yeah, man.
You can really take it as deep as you want to.
It's so interesting. It's so fun.
And
It's such cool stuff.
I mean, you can't really prove any of it, so none of it can be thrown out.
The
like
crazy part is I believe it so hardly, but I've never seen a UFO with my own eyes.
I can't say
Right,
that I
yeah.
have. Yeah.
I mean, that one day freaked me out a little bit, but who the hell knows?
I don't know. I think I just like to be a rebel. Whatever the government says, I like to kind of go against it.
Yeah.
Oh, aliens aren't real. Well,
Really,
Really?
really.
Why not? Why can't they be real? Man, you can really take it so far, though, man. There's some really fascinating things out there.
Oh,
Theories.
there's so many. We watched that Ancient Alien show.
Yeah. Some of that, I love their little saying there with ancient astronaut theorists suggest. You know,
Yeah,
it's-
yeah, man. Some of those people are a little bit out there, but some of that shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Like they think some of the the older presidents. I can't remember which president it was. Eisenhower. I don't know who the hell it was, but they think he had like a secret meeting over in Area 51 with aliens. Like they have like documents of it and him going into some warehouse and shit like that. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, man?
That's free. Oh,
Crazy stuff.
man.
There's some crazy stuff out
I think
there.
why I get so fascinated with it is because I would love to be in that situation. I want to, like, you want to be exposed to truth.
Oh yeah.
So, like, you hope, at least me, like, I hope one day I'm just, like, walking out of my car and all of a sudden I get approached by an alien that says, hey, dude, what's up?
Hey,
like,
yeah.
you want
Hey.
to get some information?
Yeah. Hey, I heard your podcast.
Yeah, right.
It's me. We're real. We're here. What do you need to know?
right,
yeah,
right. I'm good. Like, I want more people to know that we're real. Expose us.
Yeah, man. I just love. I don't know what it is. I'm like a little kid, but
Yo, how come we haven't did our podcast should be about let's like all take an edible and then we'll have a podcast.
that would be awesome.
Has
That's
anyone
not a
done
bad
that?
idea.
Has anyone done that?
An edible?
No, like they do drugs and then hotboxing with Mike Tyson is a thing.
Yeah.
Where they
Well,
do-
Rogan gets high quite a bit.
Yeah, but like specifically, people know when they come to our podcast that like
That
they'll.
we're doing this.
I said, how come we haven't? our the
Yeah.
Sugar?
No.
the podcast before we go should be at like we all have an edible and then we do the podcast.
Oof. Well, that would be something.
I got some.
But has anyone done that?
You have some?
No, I have somebody who could. Zach.
Oh,
Yeah, but has anyone done that? I mean, I was telling him like hot boxing with
I've
Mike
never
Tyson, they
even
do that
done
shit.
I've
That'd
never
be
even
epic.
Had an edible
Yeah.
before.
You never have?
I'm
Oh,
telling
yes,
you.
I did. A piece of a nerd's rope that big, and I was like, whoa.
You were gonzo?
My stepsister, she had it, and she's like, you only need a piece like the size of your fingernail. And I was like, all right. And then like half hour goes by. I'm like, this ain't shit. I took another little piece, tiny, and I was like, holy.
Yo, I got a crazy experience to tell you guys.
All right.
Yeah, I can tell one too, but I'll wait till he gets back.
Yeah, but that would be
You
dope.
go. Yeah,
I mean, my creativity when I'm when I'm high is unreal.
Oh man,
Like,
mine was
just creatively, you know?
right. Oh yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that. But
Like, there's authors out there, you know, like people that would write, authors and musicians, which I obviously know too. Like they'll be under the influence when they write these insane, amazing things. These books or theory things or musicians.
I think a lot of them are,
A lot of them.
Either drinkers or
Yeah, I mean, I hate when, you hear about people abusing things and then they die, like musicians and everything, which is unfortunate. But
That's-
to some degree, I mean, being under the influence, you're so creative,
Some of the best work.
really, because there's no, to me, there's no block, there's no resistance. You're just ultimate high because you're not ultimate high.
yeah.
Like you're literally just there's no barrier there. You're able to be
Just
free.
open.
Well, there's definitely no block, and the anxiety kind of wanes away. Like
Yeah,
I definitely have anxiety
I think
issues.
everyone does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. To different levels, whatever. But that shit, yeah, it's just like, especially if you're gonna, be doing something like this where you just want to
Yeah, you
relax,
take that
chill,
out of
talk.
there, take the
Man,
anxiety.
so much more.
I just
Your
started-
mind just opens.
I just started this year
yeah.
getting into it.
What?
When I was a kid, I mean, I was taught never touch drugs.
Oh,
never
yeah.
touch
Yeah.
drugs. So it took me a long time, and I was always offered in college to smoke, but I just never did.
Right.
I mean, I like doing edibles because then there's really zero
Yeah.
negative effects unless you have a bad trip for some
Right.
reason. But I don't like to smoke for lung purposes and
Yeah.
everything, so I
Uh-huh.
just do the edible because it's only the positive effects from it, and it's been an experience.
No kidding.
Really,
Yeah, I
has.
mean that's really all I think I've ever had for edibles. I don't think yeah. You did the brownies, right?
Yeah. So, well, I want to wait till Taylor gets back. He's got one, and then
Oh, okay. We got a
I'll
couple
tell him
stories
mine.
on
Yeah,
deck.
yeah, we got a
All
couple
right.
couple stories on deck.
All right, cool.
But yeah, man, that shit helps so much. Just with like your anxiety, it depends on what situation you're in. Like it could heighten your obviously heighten like your paranoia.
Yeah.
Smoking mostly does that to me.
Right.
But if I'm in like a when it's just us chilling,
I feel like if you were
at
in
home
this
or
kind of
something.
situation,
Yeah, this-
we got nowhere to go,
no,
nothing
no,
to
it's
worry
fine.
about.
Yeah, and that's where like an edible, I'd be totally fine.
Uh-huh.
But like in my story I'm about to tell, like we're out on a golf course, which it was just me, a couple of our buddies, my brothers. Like I was fine, but it's just a different situation, different atmosphere.
That would be a good one. When you, you take all the anxiety, the fears out of the picture.
Right, and
You don't
can
know
just-
what you can do, you
just
know?
shoot the shit. This your mind opens up. You don't have those mental blocks. You don't. You might not make sense most of the time, but you're going to be talking.
Right.
On
In another side note, I went from 2 hours behind on my water to 2 hours ahead now.
What quote are you on? Yay, we can do it.
I am between a little bit more and yay, you did it.
Oh yeah, you did it.
Yeah, so
You did it.
I'm getting there.
I've been throwing those different quotes out at him every time he does a different lift. So like, I'll just get in his face and say like, "Hang in there."
Adding once I got my aminos and put some in there, it made all the difference to help me drink it better, faster.
I think it was just me saying the quotes to you was what did it.
Motivation.
Yeah, you were
really
pretty pumped
helps.
after that.
Yeah, I was pretty down until you started.
Yeah. Let's get into these edible stories.
Yeah,
You got one, or you want me to
roll.
go first? It's up to you.
It don't matter.
I'm ready
I
for
mean-
these. Mine was not exciting.
I mean, I've had one bad trip,
Mm-hmm.
and it was with my girlfriend. So it was different than what we were normally taking. I think that's why it was way more than we were expecting it to be. So we were doing this stuff that we had gotten from a dispensary in California,
Mm-hmm.
and great experience. Everything was awesome, especially for our first couple experiences. It was a good time, especially when you do it with, like your significant
Yeah.
other or something
Yeah.
together. Man,
Yeah.
it's a good time. You just
Atmosphere,
super
man.
good.
It makes a huge difference.
Absolutely,
Yep.
it definitely enhances the experience. But we did this one, and it was like medical grade stuff. So like it was a little bit more powerful. And the funny thing is that when we were doing the California edibles, you could taste the weed in it and smell it. But with this other medical grade stuff that we had, we didn't taste it or smell it at all.
really?
So when we did it, and I didn't taste anything, I'm like, man,
nothing.
it's gonna be nothing. I'm like, come on, So I'm like, whatever. And I told her, I was like, maybe we should do the other half of the one that we just did. And she's like, yeah, maybe. And I was like, yeah, we'll just see. So I know when it's about to hit me when my mouth gets like super dry. I
Oh,
get
yeah.
cotton mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
Oh yeah.
And dude, within like 5 minutes of taking this, I started to get like really, really bad like cotton mouth. I'm like, no way. This was like, I took it like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Like, no way. And I come into the bedroom and I'm looking at my girlfriend. I'm like, dude, I think I'm feeling it. And she's like, I think I am too. I was like, dude, no way. Like, no, not a shot. She's like, yeah, I'm glad we didn't do the other half yet. I'm like, I know. So then, we're just having fun, whatever, just chilling. And we're laying on the bed. I'm just looking at the ceiling. And she's like, I don't feel good. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't feel good? She's like, I don't know. My heart's racing like really fast. And then as soon as she said that, like you had said, the environment enhances your experience. I started to get really anxious because being high, I was worried about her.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So like when you're high, obviously you don't really understand that everything's okay. You
Right.
enhance everything. So she's starting to panic, and now I'm really panicking because I'm like, oh, my fucking girlfriend's gonna die. Like that's all I can think about.
Yep.
And she was like really starting to get anxious, and her heart was beating really fast, and my arm was around her, so I like cuddled her because I'm like, oh, it's okay, like I'm here type thing. And I could feel her heartbeat on my forearm, but I think it was also because I was high. It was like,
Yeah, it was intense.
it was like
Yeah.
someone was going like with their hand. I'm like, this is wild. Like, oh my God. So now I really don't know what to do. I'm
Right.
like, just calm down. And she starts shaking uncontrollably. She's shaking. Like she's cold,
Yeah.
And she's just uncontrollable. I'm like, oh no. And then it started happening to me too. I was getting freezing. I was like super cold. I couldn't stop shaking. So now all I could think about is I'm going to die.
Yeah.
This is probably funny
That's
from someone who's really experienced
crazy.
with like weed and everything. But
Right.
I thought I was going to die. And this is funny. I call my dad because I'm like,
Pops.
Dad, like I don't feel good. And obviously, me and my parents have a great relationship,
Yeah.
so I told him everything that we
Right.
were doing and everything. And he's like, "Okay, well, you're gonna be all right. Just take it easy. You're gonna be
I
all
wish
right.
I could have heard that convo.
And just do me a favor, take like 10 minutes, and if you feel like you have to, jump in the shower and take a cold shower because it helps you almost become more alert.
Okay,
which is
yeah.
absolutely true.
Right.
I'll tell you at the end of the story.
Sure.
And but I didn't because Sarah didn't want to get in the shower because she physically couldn't move. She was just on the bed shaking.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God. I was like, okay, I'll call you back in 10 minutes. Nothing changes. I call him back and I'm like, I think you need to come get us because it was just me and her in the house. And I'm like,
And you guys are in Cali, right?
no, we're here.
Oh, you were here.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
I was like, I'll just feel better if we're around you guys because I'll know that we're okay. Man, this sounds like
Right.
such a fucking baby telling you guys
Yeah.
this
Yeah, but
story
you-
right now.
Nah, man. That
You're
That's
tripping
what
out.
happens.
I mean,
Yeah.
Here's where it gets really good. It took me 30 minutes to get Sarah dressed. So she had shorts on and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
But it was 20 degrees out in Rochester at this time. So it took me 30 minutes to put sweatpants and a hoodie on.
Trying to put a baby in
30
clothes.
minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, take your hand, put it in the sleeve, and she's
Oh
Dude.
my
Dude,
god.
she was bobbing her head. She's like, she couldn't move. So it takes me 30 minutes. I get her out to the kitchen table, and she sits down. Now I got to get myself ready.
Right.
So I put all my stuff on, whatever. I sit down in the chair, and I thought I died for like 10 seconds. I put my head down on the table because I couldn't keep myself upright.
Right.
So I just put my head down on the table, and I thought I died for like 10 seconds, and I came back to and stood up like so fast.
Shot.
I'm like, I just fucking died.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm serious, like no exaggeration.
Right.
I'm like, dude, I just fucking died.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the time. I'm like, it's been an hour. How come my parents aren't here yet? What did they get into a car
wow.
accident? Oh my god, I'm like freaking out. I feel like I'm gonna get sick at this point. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I actually felt like I was gonna shit my pants too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I go over to the sink and I'm putting cold water on my wrist because I feel like I'm super hot and I feel like I'm
Right.
gonna die. So I'm like putting cold water. At that time, my parents walk in and my dad's got the biggest smile on his face. He's laughing so hard. I'm like, what's so funny? This isn't funny. Like I'm really sick. Like and you're high. So he's laughing. But my mom's freaking out.
Right.
Oh,
of
yeah.
course,
That's what moms do. Oh,
I know
yeah.
my mom.
Picture
Oh, yeah.
your dad,
But like my
too.
dad's laughing and trying to keep us calm. But like my mom's like freaking out.
Right.
Sarah's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I'm like, oh god, now I gotta try and get you in the
Yeah.
bathroom. But luckily they're there.
Right.
So I helped Sarah in the bathroom, and she takes a piss, and she's white as the wall,
Oh god.
like dead.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to like help her in the bathroom. I get her clothes back on, and I had to grab her on one side. My dad had to get her on the other side because I'm telling you, she won't even. If you ask her the story, she doesn't remember any of it.
Really?
And she thought she was dead too. She was like dead.
This is some strong shit, man.
I don't know what the hell it was. I don't know.
Right.
So like we get her out to the car, and my mom just got a brand new Jeep at this time. We get her in the back of the car,
Oh,
and
God.
She goes, "I don't feel good."
Oh, no.
Throws up all over the back of the car.
Oh my god.
I felt so bad because
Yeah.
my mom had it for a week.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
But that whole
yeah.
thing about being cold is absolutely true because as soon as I got outside, I was completely coherent. Like nothing had happened. I was like
The
perfectly
cold
normal.
weather hits you.
I
Yeah.
don't know what it was. I was just more alert.
Boom.
But you have more experience. So like if I ask you, whenever you're high and like you're put in a situation like that, it's almost like you're on a mission and you have to get this done. And that's the only thing that you're focusing on. Like you have a mission.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
my
yeah.
mission was Sarah's not fucking dying.
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
I need to get her
Right,
to this place.
right.
I felt like I was like an army sergeant.
Yeah.
And I was
Right.
directing
Leading
and
through
like,
war.
We need to do this.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Shit
then
goes to 10. Everything goes
No,
to
no,
10.
for
like,
real.
Yeah.
For real. So then we finally get her home and everything, but that was the really the bulk of the story. But yeah, I felt like I had died at one point. Sarah was completely a zombie. She was gone.
Wow.
I got her home, put her
And
on the
she
couch.
doesn't remember any of
She was
it.
she was high the whole next day too.
Wow.
Wow, that is some strong
It
shit.
was
I
like
know.
it was more than 24 hours because we had taken it. She was high the whole next day.
Damn.
Yeah, I was still feeling it a little bit too.
What was the actual edible? What did you guys
It was like a it was like a little square, almost looked like a sugar square, but it
Oh,
was like an
okay.
apricot.
Okay.
Oh.
So it's
Okay.
like a dried fruit.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
And
yeah.
you just
Yep.
ate half of that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Good
my
thing.
Half of
God.
that.
Good thing. Yeah.
If I no we took a whole one actually. I'm sorry. We took a whole one of those. There was 4 in there, and we took
Okay.
a whole one, and we were gonna take the other one. That's what I was saying.
Wow.
So we took the whole. I don't remember how much was in there, off the top of my head, of like milligrams.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
I never know any of that information.
That was the only bad trip that I've really ever had. But you know what's funny was I was tripping bad when I was there with her because she was enhancing that.
Yeah.
I get home, and I'm like hanging with my dad, and I had the greatest experience.
And you felt good?
Yeah.
Felt
I was
great?
having so much fun.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I was really vibing with my dad, like
'Cause
we were
it's just
having
chill
a good
now.
time.
Yeah.
And then I played some board games with my mom, I think. Like,
Yeah.
like I had just a great time. And
Right.
I was telling my mom, I remember at the time, I'm like, here I am sitting freaking playing Monopoly with you. My girlfriend's dead over there on the couch. Like,
But you know she's safe now, so that's
if
all good.
if I was by myself and she didn't have that anxious experience, I probably would have been totally cool.
Right.
But like you
Right.
said, wherever you are, it
Atmosphere,
enhances
man. It's
everything.
huge.
Yeah,
Huge.
yeah.
Huge.
Because I'll take a dosage and be by myself and be totally fine. But then if I take a dosage, that same one, and then be with someone who's like super crazy goofy, then I'll be
Your
that.
levels
Yeah.
up there.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
really
you
weird.
match it. Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Like you match the vibration
Yeah.
of the other person.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And if there's like a crisis situation like that, you think it's a crisis.
Yeah.
You are like you said, you're on a mission. Like
I was so alert. I couldn't even explain it. It was almost like I had like Adderall or something. And
Yeah.
I was just like totally focused in. Like this is the only thing I have to accomplish.
Right.
Getting it done.
Yep.
I need to get her over to my parents' house
Freaking crazy.
Safe.
alive.
Yes.
We need to get to tomorrow.
She needs to be alive.
Alive.
That's
Oh God, where's my gun? I
Yeah,
forgot my
man.
gun.
So does she remember taking
Nothing.
everything?
I don't think she remembers
that
anything.
whole wow. Oh my God. And
Anything.
spending the next day high too.
The whole
Jesus.
next day, dude.
That's
That's
crazy.
rough. That's
That is
rough
rough.
recovery.
That is rough.
But at least it's a high, and not
Yeah.
like
'Cause
hungover,
you can,
drunk.
yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, but whenever, because like I did one last night, just
Yeah.
a little, and I do it to help me sleep and
Mhm.
relax
Yeah.
sometimes. So like I did one last night, and definitely you wake up way more tired in the morning. Like,
Yeah.
you're still so relaxed.
Right.
Like it's not like you wake up and you're like, hell yeah, let's go attack today. It's kind of like, wow, I still kind of feel like
Chill.
totally chill right
Yeah.
now.
Work
yeah.
your way up to really getting going.
Which-
And I'll have like little moments the next morning where I'm still kind of
Yeah.
it's almost like a light bulb, like someone turned it on for 10 seconds and
Oh,
then turned
right.
it off. And I'm like, why the hell did I just do that? What did I say?
See, this sounds
Yeah.
pretty fun.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
See, that's what we got to do with us.
I had the one. I just had the one. The little piece of Nerds rope, probably about that big. It was 2 Thanksgivings. Last Thanksgiving.
Oh, Thanksgiving's a good time to do it, man.
Yeah, it was. It was. We
Lot
had
of
a
food.
ton of food.
Yeah.
Ton of good food.
I get munchies really bad.
Yeah,
I just
oh,
eat
yeah.
I'll eat the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
If I got ice cream, the whole thing's
Forget
gone.
it.
You lose all
Forget it.
perception of.
This one time that we were doing it, I went down in the kitchen and I saw that we had like pizza crust, and for whatever reason, I was the happiest person on earth because I was gonna make a pizza. I was like,
Here
yo,
we
we got
go.
this. I was like, yo, we got this rotisserie chicken. I'm gonna make a buffalo chicken
going
pizza.
down.
Oh hell yeah!
Yep.
And I was like, this is the greatest thing that.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you just become a master.
Now you're
chef.
on that mission.
Yeah,
You
that's
just
my
found your
mission.
next mission.
on.
That's
Yep.
my mission.
It's
Yep.
on. Absolutely.
And I was the happiest person over pizza.
Oh yeah.
So did
That's
you
all
made
takes.
it?
I made the pizza.
Okay.
Ate the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
And then I
Oh.
woke up the next morning and I was like, I made a pizza last night? Hell yeah.
Damn.
That was going to be my next question. If there was any left over and if it was as good the next day.
Hell no, I ate the whole
Yeah.
Yeah,
damn
you ain't
thing.
leaving anything.
I always wonder that.
you have no
know?
perception, dude.
When you like come
you're
up
just
with
hungry.
a concoction that in that moment, how good is it really the next day? Because you know right in that moment, it's the best thing you ever ate in your life.
I feel like I'm a pretty good chef.
I feel, yeah.
So it probably would have been still pretty damn good.
yeah.
You mean like leftovers the next day when you're hungover?
Yeah, you know how you
Oh,
come up with some kind of concoction
Oh, yeah.
when you're that high,
Yeah.
and it's just bomb. It's like you've never ate anything that good.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah,
it's,
every time it's the best thing.
so
ever,
I
yeah.
want to like know the next day, was it really
Was
that
it really
good?
that good?
But
I don't know
there's
if I've
never
ever.
anything
Yeah, there's
there.
never leftovers. So
All right, Johnny,
let's
hear these brownies.
I haven't done edibles a ton either. I smoked a bit. Not huge on it. I don't know. I get more paranoid more than anything else. Again, it's about atmosphere for sure.
Dude,
But I'm not like against it.
even
But
like before you tell your story, no, that's so true. Like if you have anxiety,
Yeah.
it's really kind of it's not like dangerous is the wrong word, but like if you have really bad anxiety, it gets brought out really, really bad when you're high.
oh yeah,
Really, really
oh yeah,
bad.
especially in
I've had
situations where you're with people you don't know or something like that.
not even like another bad trip, but there was a time where I had one and I was having thoughts of like really crazy bad stuff, and I'm like, what am I thinking about?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And you almost because like whatever you're thinking about is expressed
Right,
because there's
yeah.
no barrier there. Like you're everything's getting
Right.
brought out.
Yep.
It's like if you have anxiety or like depression or something, that's why people get hooked on it because dude, you think of some really wild stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
No shit.
So
Yeah, there's no
creativity
block.
comes
There's
out.
no block.
Yeah.
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 just-
Yep.
all there, and it all sounds normal to you
Yeah,
at that
dude.
time. Like this is it, you
Right.
know? But anyways, we go on this golf trip every year to Pennsylvania. It's like me, my brother, my father. My father's been going for like 30 years, and it's a bunch of his, like a couple of my uncles and all their friends. So it's a bunch of older people, and like my brother and I bring some friends. Toogie goes. So we brought Zach a couple years. This was 2 years ago. Last year it got canceled. So Zach, probably shouldn't say names. Our buddy brings
We'll call him
edibles.
Jack. For
Jack.
This story now.
It's his son, but yeah.
Oh Jesus.
We'll call him Ron.
We'll stick
Yeah,
with
Ronnie. Ronnie, anyways. So he brings brownies. So he brought a pretty good amount of them too. Like, I don't even know how many. He had them in a baggie, but a big Ziploc bag. So me and Tugi are we go down there Friday morning, and we go out about noon on Friday for our first round of golf. And this is an awesome course. It's cool as hell, on a big-ass mountain. It's hot out. So me and Too Good are gonna eat one. Ronnie's gonna eat one too. My brother didn't eat one. He's in our foursome, but my brother didn't want one. So it's probably a good thing. So we're gonna eat one apiece.
They big. Like
Yeah, regular sized brownies.
those cosmic brownies used to get in high school.
Oh, so good.
I'd say about like the half.
The half.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just bought a box of those like
those
a
are
week
so
ago.
good.
They lasted
So
a
good.
day and a half.
Oh yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah.
So we're about to eat one full one, and our buddy there's like, might want to start with just half. And we're like, all right. And the way he makes them, you don't know how much is in each brownie.
Yeah, that's not good.
You don't really know.
That's not good.
So we have
going to get the bad end of the
right. Well, we all got the bad end because. So we do this. We go out on the course feeling good, First hole, do our thing. We get on the second hole, finally get to the green. We roll up in our carts. I get my putter out. I start walking to the ball, and I'm not shitting you. I stop, and I'm like, I'm fucking floating on this green right now. Dude, I wasn't walking. I was floating to my ball. And I stopped. I'm like, and the thing is Too Good and the other guys, like, they started feeling it at the exact same time as me.
Is it that crazy? That happens all the
Yeah,
freaking time.
it's the same. It was the same. They're all like,
Yes.
"Oh my god, dude, I'm floating to my ball." Not even kidding. And I'm like, "Guys, am I floating right? Like, am I touching the ground?"
Oh God.
And they're like, "What?" Everybody starts laughing. My brother must have loved this because he was the only one,
the only sober
saying
one.
he was. I mean, we're all drinking too, but I'm gone. So we're going down. Tsugi, I shit you not, and he's a pretty decent golfer. Couple holes down the road, he 5 putts, 2 holes in a row.
Just could not close it out.
He actually, after the second time he 5 putted,
Yeah.
he like almost whined to us. He was like, "Guys, I can't get the ball in the hole. I don't know what to do."
I'm seeing 3 cups,
Yeah,
man.
he's like, "I don't know what to do. I don't know."
Can't do it.
So we're going through, and
God.
we're maybe on hole 7, and I'm like, "Guys, I don't know if I can keep going. I'm seriously thinking about quitting." I'm like, we might want to go like either back to the motel or hang out by the pool or do something because I don't know if I can keep golfing.
And how many holes are you in at this point?
About 7,
Oh my
You're doing
God.
18. It's a big course. It's hot out. End of
heat doesn't
June.
help either.
No,
The
it doesn't.
Oh,
And
man.
we're drinking too.
You know what's crazy? What you said though is like you felt it at the same
Yeah.
moment.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know why that happens,
I don't
but
know.
that happens every single
Yeah.
time. You can take it at different times. You could take it now, and I could take it 10 minutes
Yeah.
later. But for whatever reason, as soon as you feel it, like I said, you like match the vibration.
Yeah.
It's
That's
so
crazy.
weird.
It was weird, man. All of us, same exact time. My brother's like, I could tell when all 3 of you. Well, obviously, because I was fucking floating. But
I wonder if like it has to do with maybe you're just not feeling it. Maybe he was feeling it, but just not
didn't
really in tune to
right.
it.
And then you kind
Until
of.
you're
It
like-
probably does
it's
have
like-
something to do.
and
Like,
he's like,
oh my
"Oh,
god, yeah, you're
shit,
right,
yeah."
dude. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like a look. So
Yeah.
like
Oh, you could
if
see-
we
he said
both
he
did
could
it,
just-
and I go like this.
yeah.
Oh, no. I'm
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah.
I give him
Whoa.
the look, and
Yeah.
then he goes.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like
Yep.
it's just
It
a
just
simple
clicks.
look. If I just look at Sarah when we do it, oh my god, it's like game over.
Yeah,
she just laughs
yeah,
so
yeah,
hard.
yeah.
I just give her a look.
Yep.
She's
That's
like,
awesome.
"What?"
That's so funny.
So, I mean, I swear to God, the last 12 holes, before every shot, during every shot, I was talking out loud because I couldn't focus on the ball. So I'm sitting there for every shot. My brother must have been dying because I don't care how loud I'm saying it. I'm just
Right.
like, focus on the ball. Focus on the ball. I said it every
Just
single shot.
coaching yourself
Yeah.
along.
So basically, probably the funniest part of the story, the last part. So we're going along. We're the last in our group. There's probably 6 other groups ahead of us. And when you end, you go down 18. It's down the hill. There's a gazebo in the back of the green, and everybody usually hangs out. And they'll shoot the shit with you, like rib you, all that shit. And so we're going. We, think everything's good.
Oh my God, you got like a peanut gallery that's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
rip you
yeah,
apart.
yeah.
Oh,
It's crazy,
man.
and they don't know we did this. They don't know.
So they think you're just shit.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
think we're So they're done. I think my dad said he was in the group ahead of us. He said they finished and they all sitting there drinking, waiting, laughing, having a good time. He said it took us. He was sitting there for an hour, and they finally saw us tee off. We had no idea. We thought we were
Right.
keeping pace.
Yeah. You think you're like 15
So we
minutes
finished,
back.
and my dad's like, "What the fuck were you guys doing?" We're like, "What do you mean? What are you talking
You guys
about?"
just
We're
lost
like,
time.
"We finished an hour ago." We're like, that's what we told everybody. We're like, "Yeah, we didn't really know. We're pretty high right now."
That's
so
very true. Whenever you do that at like an edible, you lose complete track of time.
Oh, time
That's
is
one of
gone.
the biggest things I'll ask Sarah when we do it together. I'm like, how long have we been sitting down here?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
How long have I been eating
then
this
you're
ice
shocked.
cream for?
Yeah. It's ice cream.
It's all melting all over.
Has it been like an hour or
Yeah.
like 30 seconds? And I don't know.
Yeah. And none of us are looking at the time. Nobody's looking at a watch or a phone. We don't give 2 shits.
Right,
but,
right.
Dude, never, people were split up by maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes at the most. He said it. He's like, "We've been sitting here for a fucking hour. We thought you guys left."
That is crazy.
And we're like, "No, we thought we were doing all right."
Oh,
I don't know. Oh, man. But I got to tell you, we had a lot of fun that day. A lot of fun, but I was scared. I literally almost quit.
You probably had more fun after because you weren't in the sun after. And
Yes,
everything. Yeah.
yes.
Get
We
out of
we
there.
chilled out because for a little while I was panicking.
Well, because think about how dehydrated you were. Because
Hugely.
marijuana dehydrates
Yep.
you already.
Plus
Then
we're
you were
drinking alcohol, yeah.
Plus being in the sun and
Yeah.
sweating. You probably weren't drinking any water.
Gary,
so you
I
were
was
probably
just about
toast,
to say
man.
none of us were drinking water. Nobody
Yeah.
drinks water out.
Right.
We should. Everybody should have.
Yeah, you're sure-
we
you
might
probably
have even had
toast.
water. Nobody was fucking.
Which
drinking.
enhances you out. If you're dehydrated, enhances you 10
Oh,
times.
dude! Just and the sun's beating on you. It's probably
Yeah.
90 degrees.
Jesus.
It was, man. I wish we would have waited till after, obviously, at this point. So now I know. But man, I've never had anything hit me like that. It just hit. I've never felt like I was floating before, but I can still remember that memory so vividly. I could feel it almost.
Yeah.
I was floating
Yeah.
to my ball on the green, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I felt good, felt great, but I'm looking around, I'm like, guys, am I floating? Like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like you almost
So
forget
funny.
that you took what you took, and you don't realize it's going to kick in
You
like
don't
that.
know,
And I'm
like-
like, whoa.
Like, there was no even warning sign of how you got to that
no,
point.
no, it just, bam.
Once
it's
Like,
there,
I feel
yeah.
like the shot to get on the green, I was fine. And then just that ride over
Yeah, yeah.
and the walk to the ball, I'm like, what the fuck? Guys.
I got to get on this edibles game.
Oh, it
There's
was
a lot of good experience.
Yeah,
that I've had
man.
as well.
Right.
Like, if you take one and just throw some music in, some real feel good music,
Mhm.
it's one of the greatest experiences you'll ever have in your life, man.
Yeah. Just chilling out.
some
just,
Pink
like,
Floyd or something.
Lay down with some headphones on,
Bob
and you're
Marley.
just like,
Oh, Bobby.
you
Yeah.
literally just you feel like everything of the music.
Right,
yeah.
right. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
so
you actually
sick.
You're
listen.
so aware.
You listen to it.
Yeah,
You listen to
right.
it.
It's not there. You're listening.
That's where you're going to actually find out what they're saying.
Yes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot
the
of times,
depth.
especially when you're working out or something, you're just it's mainly the beat.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
that pump up, whatever you like.
Right.
Whether But when you're high like that and you're listening to a song, you're actually listening to the song. You're like, oh my god, I never
Means
really
something.
know he was talking about this.
Right,
It's
right,
kind of
right.
crazy. But
Damn.
I've always wanted to do shrooms.
That's what we were just talking about.
see that.
That's the one. That's the one
Or DMT.
drug that I would do.
Yeah.
Other than weed.
See, there was another thing we did on the golf trip years back. There's always an assortment of those type of drugs, psychedelics on this trip.
Coke, weed, Molly.
Yeah. No coke yet. Haven't seen any of that. But well, it probably has been, but I haven't seen it. We took like they were like in like lollipops or suckers, but I don't know if I didn't really feel anything though, so I don't really count it.
It was a shroom?
Yeah, something like that.
Some
it was
people
weird.
say that though, right? Like the first time.
Yeah, I don't know.
might
I
not.
don't even really
know.
count it. Sarah said she's done it twice and said it was crazy.
Really?
Said it was fun.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
Little
it's so
Sarah
weird,
doing
yeah.
that.
You gotta do that stuff with someone that's not on shrooms to have a good experience.
Really?
Oh,
So like if I was to do it, then you could like make sure that I'm good.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
so that you totally
yeah,
feel
because you could definitely have a
comfortable.
bad
I've
trip
heard,
on
I've
that.
heard stories where someone got a knife and tried to kill someone. One of their
Yeah.
friends.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
So there's like 3 of them, and one was doing the shrooms, and the
Yeah.
other 2 weren't. And the dude that was on shrooms pulled out a knife to try to kill the dude,
Yeah.
and they had to
Wow.
like beat him up to stop him too. Then he woke up the next day. He's like, "Dude, what the hell happened?" He's like, "You tried to kill Johnny yesterday." Like,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You don't remember that shit?
now how true, or how exaggerated it was, I don't know.
Right.
But I feel like with a lot of those psychedelics, like that's what they do at DMT is you have basically like a chaperone.
Right.
And they guide you through it, someone that's experienced, because you're only in there for 15, 20 minutes when you do DMT.
Right.
If you take one puff of this stuff or whatever. But it's good to have someone there to monitor how you're doing, because you have to like eat specific things the week before that you do DMT.
Wow.
It's a chemical reaction in your body, and if you have certain things in your body, like if you're eating like fast food and like all the unhealthy stuff, you'll have a bad trip because of the chemical reactions in your body and everything.
Wow. No,
That's crazy.
Because
kidding.
you have to like eat certain things before.
Yeah.
You know, the bodybuilder
Makes
Dorian
sense.
Yates,
Mm-hmm.
he goes on spiritual retreats to like South America and stuff, and you basically you have like a shaman and like this tribe of people, and they go out to the middle of the jungle. They take like 10 people, right? And you'll go out there and you'll have this DMT experience with a shaman, and they'll bring in
Wow.
this tent, and they'll do the thing, and it's
Like
they
the
guide you
sweat
through it though,
teepees or
like days
something?
before. They make you eat certain things, they make you exercise a certain way, whatever it is,
Right.
and then you have the experience, and
Oh, I would feel totally safe doing it that way.
because they guide you.
Yeah, it's like
Right.
it's like the right way to do it.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Because if we just had DMT right now, it'd be, oh, let's do it, and then
Yeah.
you do it, and then you
Who
have
knows?
a terrible
What the
experience.
hell
And
we're
there's
doing?
no
Yeah,
one
we don't know what the hell
controlling
we're
anything.
doing.
Just as good of an experience you can have just the other way.
Oh, yeah.
The same powerful manner.
Yeah. Yeah, they're powerful drugs. They shouldn't be
Well, that's what's always scared me. I don't know what's
right,
gonna happen.
right. Well, I remember one of our this is a story I remember vaguely, but one of our buddies we went to high school with, I'll tell you who it was after, but he said that they did, I don't know if they did it like multiple times. They did shrooms. They shut off all the lights at night. There was like 5 of them in like their living room, and watched like some crazy movie, like I don't know, like Halloween, like something like a horror movie.
Jesus Christ.
That
And I'm
sounds
like,
terrifying.
what the fuck? He said one of them locked themselves in the bathroom
Oh,
and was like going nuts. I'm like, why would you do that?
yeah, you're setting
You are
yourself up for a
guaranteeing
nightmare.
yourself a terrible trip.
I already get really paranoid when I do marijuana sometimes
Yeah.
if I'm not careful.
Right.
So, like, I can't even imagine if there was a horror movie on. I would be like,
Oh my god.
I'd be like a little 4-year-old that's scared of the dark.
Like,
And
I don't want to
Probably
watch.
worse.
Michael Myers for the first
I was
time.
going to say, I don't want to see
Yeah.
Halloween now.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, that
Now
shit
you're
scares me
tripping and
anyways.
he's
Yeah,
in your
now,
living room.
Yeah,
Someone's chasing me in my house. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Yep.
And that's
Oh.
with that many people. That shit is dangees.
Well, because on shrooms,
Yeah.
don't you hallucinate too?
Yeah, you can
Right.
absolutely. And
Your friend could walk in the bathroom and you think it's oh man, you
But
think
I mean,
it's
like,
Freddy Krueger or something.
somebody
or
walks in the
Jason.
kitchen, grabs a knife or something. Like
Yeah,
you don't know
no
what the hell
kidding.
you're doing
That's
at
what I
that
was saying,
time.
the dude tried to like,
Yeah.
kill the other person.
You don't know what the hell's going to happen.
That's nuts.
But-
Absolutely nuts.
But I don't like how the perceived notion around drugs is always bad, because it's not always that way, and
Right.
we're taught otherwise. Like,
Yeah.
hey, don't do any sort of drug
Don't
because it's
do
bad. But
drugs,
there really
kids.
is a time and place, and it could really help you out a lot.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of mental breakthroughs.
Oh,
That's what
abs-
a lot of
mental breakthroughs.
stuff's coming to the forefront about a lot of it, you know.
if
but
you
it's
do it
not-
the right way. It's just, I mean, why the hell are prescription drugs okay to do then?
Opioids, pain.
Yeah,
It's
those,
because-
the doctors have no problem handing those
Right.
scripts out
But like,
because they make
if
money
you
off
do
of
them
that.
the right, if there's ways to do them correctly,
Yeah.
and it's, taught, or, you get a dosage and you follow that, there's safe ways to do it.
Mhm.
It's just
It's
they're not going to do that.
us,
You know what
our
I'm saying?
society just like
Well, first of all, because
we overdo everything.
the pharmacies will lose a ton of money. I mean, they
Oh,
want
yeah.
people on those prescription drugs.
Oh yeah.
There are some doctors that's all they do.
Because,
My dad's doctor.
I think doctors they get money when they
Oh, 100%.
push certain
Some of
drugs.
them,
the
absolutely.
drug reps
Guaranteed. There's no
come
way they
in.
don't.
Here we got this drug. The
Yeah.
doctors, they buy them,
Yeah,
they back
absolutely.
them. My dad, my stepdad, but his doctor, we were threatening him because he would not stop writing scripts, and he knew that my dad was addicted. He knew it, and he was like, "Oh, I don't care. I'm doing what I'm supposed to.
Dude,
I'm writing them when the script is up. And,
You know who talks a lot about this actually is we talk a lot about Joe Rogan's podcast.
yeah.
It's funny.
He's the podfather.
There's Arian Foster, the running back,
Yep.
Yeah.
or whatever. He talks about that. He's like, I know people that got busted for weed in the NFL, but it's because they were using it for pain.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And he's like, he was in the league when he was playing, I think for like a year, maybe 2 years. He had a broken collarbone playing as a running back.
yeah.
And he was having surgery, I think, one time or whatever, and he was in a lot of pain. And his dad was like, "Dude, what are you doing, man?" He's like, "Oh, I just don't want to take these painkillers, whatever." And he's like, "I'm gonna go get you some damn weed." His dad said that, but it's crazy. Why couldn't you? I mean, think of the football players that live in pain. They live
Yeah.
in pain weekly. Especially if you're a running back or something, you're living in pain weekly.
beating.
Yeah.
So why is it not okay to do something like marijuana?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Something
Once or
natural.
twice a week, something
Bullshit.
natural
It's
to help
bullshit
take
is
the
what it
edge
is,
off.
yeah.
Like, come
Because
on.
the pressure to play doesn't stop.
One of
but
the-
you can't take care of yourself.
One of the
way you
Buffalo
want.
Bills, like, I don't know, it was like 10 years ago, was an offensive lineman.
Oh,
He
yeah,
actually
that's-
he left the league, I think, for a year because he didn't want to do painkillers.
Right.
And he just said, I'm
Yeah.
for pain management.
Because that's what they want to do.
I'm going
They-
through a doctor. I want to do, take the weed.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let him do it.
Right. Yep.
He's like, all right, which,
That's
Shit,
the
you-
banned substance
Yeah.
that you can't have. You know
you
it's
know what I'm
like,
saying?
why?
But it takes balls to be like, all right, fine, I don't want my contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people would be like, all right, fine, I'll
Yeah.
take my contract, I'll play, and give me the freaking painkillers.
Yeah, and then
But for
they're
him, he's like,
cripples and
no, I'm not,
you know.
But it shouldn't be like that.
Not
you
at
know?
all.
But
Not at
you
all.
remember, like, I've had, starting junior year in high school, I broke my finger in baseball. I had to have surgery. They gave me Vicodin for it.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
Vicodin
like
for
the,
it. Like, insane amounts.
Like a jug of it.
Yeah. Senior year, during baseball season, again, this wasn't about baseball, but got mono. In that case, I did need it because it was the only thing I can do. I was on the couch for a week straight. Alls I could have ingest was water and Vicodin. I didn't eat for a week. That's the only thing that made me feel better.
Come on.
Brutal.
Yeah, swear to God. Week straight. I probably lost, and I was skinny in
You
high
were
school too,
tiny,
but I
though.
lost probably 15 pounds too. I
Yeah.
was tiny.
Yep.
But I couldn't move. And the only thing that made me feel better, my throat was like you couldn't even see a hole. Like, it was all red and like it hurt. And the only thing that took the pain away was the Vicodin, and it's the only thing I could actually swallow. And then, obviously, a couple years later, when I got my ACL,
Mm-hmm.
I got a ton of Vicodin, which the first 2 weeks of that, I was in a shitload of pain. But they gave it to me like, I don't even know, like the big
Keep her
bottle
coming. They just
with
kept-
refills where I'm like, all right, I'm not really in that much pain anymore. And I would just plan my day around it. Because that
Yeah.
shit is addictive as hell.
Definitely.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
It totally fucks with your
Right.
intestinal system.
like as a baseball player.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was playing, dude, every kid's arm hurt.
Oh, dude.
we lived off ibuprofen.
Yep.
We lived off of
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
Imagine if you're one of those kids that was like, "Hey, I got some Vicodin.
Right.
You want to take one of these
Oh,
before the
great.
game?"
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
man,
man.
let's go. It's sectionals. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Absolutely.